Hello, I am hopping on with a fun project share. I signed up for the Lady Whistledown swap, and that was hosted by Happy Girl Tiff, and I will tag her in this video. So I'm all finished with the swap. I am about to package everything up and clean up because I can't even describe the tornado that is currently in my craft room right now. It's really out of control. So I want to do a video sharing this and package everything up so that I can put all of these supplies away. I've got more design team projects and swaps to work on, so I need to put these items away and get the new items out. So, all right, let's dive in. First of all, this was a Lady Whistledown swap, and we had to make several different things, and I'll sort of walk you through those things as we go. So yeah, I'm just gonna jump right in. Okay, so first up, I have this little envelope here. I got the idea for this envelope on Pinterest. I actually created a little Pinterest board for this swap just to give myself and the other ladies a few ideas. I was trying to just keep my mindset in this sort of Regency era, and I was just trying to, I don't know, I guess just make sure I didn't get too far off the path. But I created one of these little envelopes. I used the Woodland Grove collection and just sort of left out the animals. So I thought that collection worked really well. And then I just have little subtle touches that have to do with Bridgerton, but I didn't want to put too many. So there's just a few like little hints at Bridgerton things here. So in this envelope, I'm not going to open it because it's like all sealed up and tied and everything. But there's just a couple of store-bought goodies in here for the recipient. I used that papery pack. It comes with all those like washi stickers and papers, and I sort of collaged those on the front. And then I printed these little Lady Whistledown icons here. This little wax seal is a bee wax seal that I hauled in a previous video, and it makes this 3D bee, which is so pretty. I absolutely love that. I got this charm in a recent haul. This is some more of those washi stickers. So yeah, I really like how this turned out. All of them are kind of a little bit different. But this is kind of the general gist of what it looks like. So there's that. Then I hauled these little bags off of Temu. I did not share them because I do like to keep some things a secret. And then I also hauled these little plastic treat boxes. And in here I have just some trinkets, a bunch of charms and beads and things like that. And I just tied it with this velvet bow. And so I'm going to put that inside of here. And then, let's see, get that down there on the bottom. And then I did make a little dangle, and I put my dangle in this little bow bag, and I got these bags on Temu. And so I used the macaron charms that I had hauled, and I just sort of created a dangle with it. And so I've got some various like little charms and things that I thought kind of went with the theme. I've got a little carriage here, and there's some butterflies and a cute little bird, and I don't even know, some like I said, butterflies and some just pretty beads, and then these macarons. And yeah, so I just made a little dangle out of that. And I packaged that in this bag, and I am going to put it inside, make sure I got that packaged up right, inside of here. And then look how cute this is. This is like the cutest little bag. So the way that it ties is the sides, you pull in the sides like this, and then you tie the sides into a bow. So stinking cute. I saw these on Temu and I was like, oh, that's like perfect for this swap. So I definitely grabbed these. So pretty. And then it just makes like this little, almost like a little purse from back in the day. So really cute. So those are going to go in there. And then it's got like a little handle. And then I did get everybody one of these little feather pins because I thought that would be kind of cute, since Lady Whistledown uses a feather pin, quill pin to write her news. And then we had to create a trim sampler. So this is the trim sampler I am sending, and I just put one of those velvet bows that I keep hauling off of Temu. And I've got some gold trim up here, some of this like rose trim, some of this leaves, and then this pink velvet. And then I put a little wax seal down here, and then I've got a little dangle over here with a little teapot and a little pink bee. Oh, can you see that? And then this little flower, and that's super cute. So there is my trim sample. I'm not sure I'm going to package that up yet, so it's just kind of hanging out. Then we had to make a wand, and so this is the wand that I made. This plastic thing here is like a drink stirrer. I got those off Temu a long time ago. This is the foliage doily die from KS Craft, and then I put like a little mini Lady Whistledown papers here and a stack of books, and just these like little hydrangeas and some ephemera and doily and stuff like that there. And so that is my wand. So I think that turned out really fun. Again, I'm not really sure how I'm going to package this to keep it safe, but I'll figure it out. And then I did print off, I used ChatGPT to create a Lady Whistledown Craft Society papers. And this is so funny. I hope the recipients actually read it because it wrote it like about crafting. So I'm not going to read the whole thing to you right now, but I'll read part of it. It says, "Dearest gentle reader, as the gentle breeze carries the fragrance of blooming flowers and the sun bestows its golden warmth, society finds itself in the throes of a most delightful and industrious time. Indeed, the crafting season is upon us. With a flourish of creativity and abundance of fine materials, it appears that no surface is safe from the charms of paper crafting and the allure of correspondence. One cannot promenade through the ton without hearing murmurs of the latest crafting swaps. These social arrangements wherein artful creations are exchanged with the utmost care have become the height of the fashionable amusement. Whether it be the delicate paper folding, the intricate layering of embellishments, or the addition of a well-placed wax seal, one must ensure their contributions are nothing short of exquisite." So it just goes on the whole paper about crafting. It's so funny. So I really enjoyed that. I hope that when the recipient gets it, they actually read it. The biggest thing we had to make was a book stack, and I have shown this before, but I did add some things to it since I have shown it. Let me zoom out just a little bit. So this is the book stack, and I use the KS Craft book drawers for this. And so I think since the last time I showed it, I added a bunch of these like paper flowers. And then on the sides, I added these like bookmarks hanging down, which I think are so pretty. Again, I got this idea off of Pinterest. They're just glued on there. They're like fake bookmarks, but super cute. And then of course the top here with the bee that I used from Temu. Everything's from Temu, right? And then in the drawers is where all the goodies are. So in the top drawer, I'm just including this little extra thing that I made here. Actually, it goes this way. It's like a little rosette embellishment. We had to include 6 paper handmade flowers, so I made these. I love this die. It's so pretty. And then we had to include 6 unembellished rosettes, so I'm including those. And I just used the Tim Holtz die for that. So that's in the top drawer. And then in the middle drawer, this is my Lady Whistledown letter. So I tried to do the wax seal. It didn't quite do it perfectly, but that's okay. It still looks cute. So if you open this up, it is this letter right here. So very fun. And then I included just some of those paper flowers. So I bought these a long time ago online. They're so pretty. And so I think everybody has like a different set in their box. And then I include some of these. So it's fun to make your own, but sometimes it's nice to use some that are already made, depending on how much time you have, right? So that just goes in there. And then in the bottom drawer, I have a couple of things here. Let's see. I've got my die cuts. We had to make 10 paper piece die cuts. So there's a bunch of different die cuts in here, and this is how I packaged it up. And I think it turned out really pretty. So those are all in there. And then in here is my memory decks. I'm not going to take it out because it's already all packaged up, but it's the carriage. From KS Craft, and I turned it into a memory decks. And then I've got this little bow tag up here. I got these from Temu, and yeah, I love it all so much. So that is in the bottom drawer, and that's pretty much it. So I'm still sort of trying to figure out how I'm going to get everything packaged up and sent off. I'm going to need like a giant box, I think. But I had so much fun with this swap. I really could have just kept crafting with this theme for like another month. But I really need to finish this up because I have some other swaps coming up, and I need to get busy working on those. But this was super, super fun, and I had a lot, like I said, a lot of fun just creating and enjoying this style of crafting. Okay, so if you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and I will talk to you later. All right, bye.